Hello, our viewers and subscribers. You are welcome to Mac Media program. In this edition, we are going to talk about the killings which the young man called Asari Dokubo has openly confessed that he helped to kill Igbos for the president of Nigeria. He also asserted in another program the places where the killings took place by mentioning the states like Imo State, Anambra State, including mentioning the areas concerned in these various states. It has been a long issue that many of the killings in the states mentioned and others unmentioned were alleged to be from ECN, that is Eastern Security Network, for which the governors who were involved and complicated in the issue are using the IPOB as a scapegoat while collaborating with Asari Dokubo and his militiamen and the other security agencies from the federal government to kill Igbos. This confession explains the extrajudicial killings taking place in entire Igbo nation, including those of Rivers State and other areas of old Eastern region, for which the federal government of Nigeria and their state governors of the affected areas, known as Biafra, to marshal out extrajudicial killings. That takes us to what is an extrajudicial killing, or otherwise called extrajudicial execution, or an extralegal killing. This is a deliberate killing of a person without lawful authority granted by a judicial proceedings. That is what it means. We will listen to Asari Dokubo himself, where he will speak and mention those who collaborated with him, those who sent him, and what those people that sent him owe to him. On the other hand, extrajudicial killing refers to government authorities, whether lawful or unlawfully, targeting specific people for death, which happens in an authoritarian regimes, often involving political, trade union, dissident, religious, and social figures. In these type of killings, it is expected that the human rights of the victims have been violated. However, Asari Dokubo's contract killing from whosoever that he must have gotten the contract from, whosoever he has mentioned as those who sent him, who paid him, who gave him the contract to kill the Igbos, has two implications. One,
in Yala, Nameshi, you saw the number of dead, uncountable number of dead bodies, skeleton and skulls. How we arrested those people, put them off in coordinated operation with the Nigerian military, with the Nigerian police. And it's so sad that we do all this work. You saw the trailers, you saw the bones, the skulls, hundreds of skulls. You saw the road that had been planted by improvised explosive of Bonigwe, and we risk our life in digging them out. Go to Baga, go to Mangoro, go to Kotagora, go to Wasi, and see what our men are doing for Nigeria.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is a very important video for you and for everyone, because there is something that I want to draw your attention to. I said this before and I'm still going to say it again. Now, a lot of people must have seen the video of Asari Dokubo when he was crying, complaining about what Wike and Tinubu is doing in River State, that Wike has written the name of people that will occupy the local government caretaker committee to the sole administrators and so on and so forth. In the process of saying that, he now started confessing. He said that he helped the federal government, the Tinubu's government, even Buhari's government to kill Igbos, that they used trailer to pack their dead bodies, they used trailer to pack their skulls. He said this by his mouth, I'm not the one saying it, okay? That they work with soldiers to kill people like this. And after everything they did for federal government is trying to betray him in River State. So this is the second time this man is saying this publicly. And the mainstream media we have in Nigeria, they are not responding to this.
One, legal implications and the generational implications. The legal implications are the results or the consequences of being involved in the killing of the Igbos. This may result to a legal proceedings against those who were implicated in this very killing of the Igbos, because these killings were deliberately carried out, determined by some persons to kill the Igbos. The dissatisfied members of the public, the Igbos, may decide to take a legal action against the persons mentioned in any court of competent jurisdiction. To the generational effect or implications. This means the effect of what Asari Dokubo has disclosed may have a generational effect on the relationship between Igbo generations to come and the Nigerian government, and also Asari Dokubo. This may bring a distinct attitude, belief, and behavior that may shape the generations to come based on the experiences and events that influence the present generation, which may be handed over to the generations to come, just like Nigerian Civil War. That Civil War impacted a generational effect. So when people are doing things that are more or less generational, they have to be careful, because it's going to have some far-lasting implications. This may change the perspective, the political ideology of those whose wars were killed. The present generation is experiencing a very dangerous, horrific experiences from the Nigerian government, beginning from the government of Muhammadu Buhari and presently Tinubu's regime, who stated that he will follow the footsteps of Muhammadu Buhari, follow his legacy, and all these have a social effect, because there have been no social justice within the reigns of these two great presidents. Should we use the word great? They may be great in the bad things they have done to the society, to the Nigerians, or they may be great to what they have done, but unfortunately, it has never been experienced. We will look at what the legacy of Buhari, which the present president, President Ahmed Tinubu, said he will follow. For the generational effect is that the new generations will replace those who saw the events physically, and the new generations may assess the treatment of their elders or those older generations in the same way, and may form a different opinion and the political discourse against those who mistreated their persons or their ethnic group with hatred, mistreatment, and subjugation. These are the key things that will psychologically impact on what Asari Dokubo and their group have done. For those who want illegal action against this group, you can put that in your comment. For those who do not, who want the killings to continue without challenges, you can also air your opinion by putting down your feelings. In this program, it is limited because it has some legal implications. Thank you very much. Do not fail to subscribe, like, and get notified. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Bye. Please do not fail to put your comment. It is very, very important. For the Igbos, you cannot be trampled with by anybody from anywhere, and you continue keeping quiet. And the more you keep quiet, the more those who you don't believe can trample on Igbo nation will continue to arise. You have heard and seen what happened at the National Assembly recently, whereby the Igbo senators were also humiliated. This is what they brought to themselves because they do not bring younger ones that will support them when they are being humiliated, but they humiliate themselves. Who will support them and protect them when external factors or invaders come after them? Thank you. Till come to you in another episode. God bless you all.